Hello, vinyl community. This is Tommy in North Carolina, and as you can tell, I'm down in my basement. And since the last one of these was so crazy popular and it's got so many views, I'm going to do a 2019 year and a half later music room tour because there's been some changes. And so, based on some of the comments I've been getting, and it's a video that's for some reason has a ton of views. And I don't know if people are watching that video and they can't stand the sound of my voice, so they're just tuning out after that. I don't know, but it's got a lot of views. And so it's because it's so popular and because there's been some changes, I'm going to do a 2019 Happy New Year music room tour. So come on in and I'll show you guys around and show you guys what's different about the music room. Let's take a look. All right, so we're inside the music room now, if you followed me in. So we're going to go in, and as soon as you go in the door and take a look, I'm going to show this in as much detail as I possibly can. But this is my rather paltry collection of 45s. Most of them are Third Man records. I don't do a lot of 45s. Inside of here is various Third Man records, extra stuff that came in vault packages. I think also in there is more just record stuff. This is a ticket stub book that I've got. A few 45 box sets. This is a Third Man Records flag. Concert programs in a few 10 inches, what few 10 inches I have. You look up here, hey, it's the Beatles, Yellow Submarine and Cartoon Beatles, and a few bobbleheads. There's Charlie Watts right there. Back behind there is the VHS collection of the Beatles anthology, various and sundry. There are the hardback biographies, autobiographies, hardback books. Most of them I've read. Some of them I haven't. Some of them were gifts and things. And this is the first record shelf that you see when you come in. And these are sort of major collections, or what I call major collections. We're going to start with the Beatles here. This is all Beatles and solo Beatles. So this whole row is all things Beatle related. I'm a big stickler for space, so I like to have extra space because the record collection's growing, so I like to have places to put things. But starting here, we have Beach Boys, Birds, like I said, major, what I call major collections, stuff I have several copies of. Bob Dylan, ELO, Lee Hazelwood, The Monkees, Michael Nesmith, different ones throughout here. But all the way up to Frank Zappa there at the bottom. There's my Telecaster. This is my bookshelf. Up above on the bookshelf, these are some things that were actually in my old office on my desk. And so I moved them in here. Not really music related so much. But there's Doc and Marty. I'm a big fan of Twin Peaks. There are all the Twin Peaks Funko Pops. I don't do a lot of Funko Pops, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Pez, various things. Of course, the Beatles up there. A lot up here, movie and television books. As you can see, David Lynch and Twin Peaks, things like that. Then we kind of get into some of the music books, album covers, things of that nature. Then paperback biographies, just kind of going down the line, different ones. Some of them I've talked about on the channel. These are some of my record guides with reviews. And then starting here behind the old Telecaster, this is all Third Man record stuff and Third Man record vaults that I've got in some of those unboxings. These are CD box sets. And then you kind of get into the coffee table books here and back behind the Telecaster there. Coffee table books. And then there's some blank spaces. There's some magazines and various things down there. So going around the room, there was a TV in the room. I call it my Elvis TV. It is disconnected. It does not work. So it is not in place. That is autographed by Alex Chilton and Jody Stevens, big star. And just some different things. These are sealed. I got these at a flea market. And so there's that. And of course, I stuck the Third Man logo on the TV. And here is speaker 1. For those of you who want to know, these are the Klipsch Heretics 2s, I think is what they're called. Floor speakers. This is what I use. When I did the last music video, I had Bose speakers that were up in the corners there. Those Bose speakers are now taken down. So I have 2 of these. There are 2, and they're on the floor, and this is the first one, my 12-string guitar. Now, this is a relatively new record shelf here. Back here, that was the old speaker for the TV. There's some buttons on there, and then there's a good old sign. Going around below Bob Dylan here, a few bigger box sets right here. And then I've got my, and I'm almost ashamed to say, jazz collection, jazz and various artists. Not nearly enough jazz records. I will admit that, but I found this shelf and thought it'd be perfect for that. And so moving around the room, that's where the old speakers were if you watched the last video. Some posters. Now right above my record racks are autographed record covers. That is a portrait of Jack White done by a good friend of mine, artist friend of mine, Thomas Jackson in Mississippi. He does do different musicians. I had him do that for me. Autograph stuff, Phil Keaggy, Randy Stonehill, The Byrds, Apples in Stereo. That's not autographed by Elvis Presley, but it is autographed by James Burton, Glenn D. Harden, and Ronnie Tutt. Of course, Michael Nesmith. And so you back out Masters of the Universe, a few more Funko Pops. So you get kind of a good view. And then you move over to the actual record racks. Now, these are all pop, rock, country, blues. They're all kind of in there, mixed in. I just go in alphabetical order. So Waylon Jennings is in the same place as Michael Jackson. I don't distinguish between them. Again, I love these racks. They came out of a record store in Jackson, Mississippi called Bebop Records. You probably remember that from the last video. They actually were in 2 record stores. Bebop Records in Jackson, as well as Morning Bell Records. And there's a bag for Morning Bell. That's one of the mini record bags that I've got there in Jackson. So it's got a little bit of history. I love them. There's storage underneath, which is really cool. So again, like I said, everything's in alphabetical order. And these backings, some of these came from those stores. That came from Morning Bell. Just a little tribute to those places. But these are all pop rock, regular stuff. Nothing separate. And like I said, nothing, I say major collections. There's probably not more than 4 or 5 LPs from a particular artist. Once I get kind of an extensive, I move them out of here because I like to have room in the racks, and I move them over to the other shelf over here, the bigger shelf, which I've got room in anyway. So those are the front-facing record racks. I love the flip side. There is the other Bose speaker. I'm not Bose speaker, but Klipsch speaker. So somebody in the last video commented that only had 1 speaker. Like I said, the Boses are now gone from the corner. So they've been replaced, or they're being moved to another location. They will be used. These are some autographed CDs that I've got. There's Andy Border's Tales from the Dead wax poster there. Like I said, these are all CDs that were autographed by different people. And so you can see that. That's kind of a cool one, autographed by Scotty Moore and DJ Fontana. Both of whom are no longer with us. But those are some autographed CDs coming into that corner. That's a door to the outside. That's the vent for the air and heat, but I did stick some magnets up there, some Elvis magnets and guitar magnets. Paul McCartney poster, Who poster. These are all concerts that I've been to. This is the guitar corner over here. Bass guitar, bass practice amp, guitar amp over in this corner. It's a Princeton chorus for you guitar players. Monkey stuff, monkey business. My Michael Nesmith poster and photo of me and Nez, and record when I met Nez a few years ago. Who poster kind of hanging over the window. Then the stereo system, Kenwood amp and receiver, trans audio turntable. Not the best turntable in the world, but it works just fine. I use a Nagaoka 110 cartridge, which I'm a big fan of. Now, what I did here that's a little different is I put all my Beatles stuff kind of on one shelf. Beatle books, all there, and as well as these are not all of my Beatles records, but those are the box sets as well as the mono records and the American albums. These are CD box sets here, going down this line. These are my to listen to records right here. These are ones that are in my to listen to stack, and cleaning stuff, to listen to records under there. So that all kind of backs up. And then of course my desk that I use. And then over here, kind of next to my, is a cleaning, what I call my cleaning station on the other side of my desk here. This is my spin clean, as well as my Vaco-Rec, vintage Vaco-Rec lamp. And there's another collection of records under there. That's all easy listening stuff that's in that old console. So that is the record room tour in its entirety. And so when you see this stuff in the background of the videos, you get an idea of what you're looking at. And that goes back out into the basement. So as you can see, it's kind of been updated. There's some different stuff in here. And a lot of the same stuff is in here. The main thing are the speakers and the new record shelves that are in here. And of course you can see some new stuff and some stuff that's been switched around. So I hope you guys liked the tour and liked what you saw. If you did, comment down below. What did you think? Give me the old thumbs up. And I hope you guys enjoy it enough that you will subscribe to the channel. So hit the old subscribe button and you'll get the notification when there's new videos. I'm hoping there's going to be a lot of content on here. Looking forward to the new year. I'm planning on doing the vinyl tag. I did that last year and had a lot of fun with it. So I'm going to see about doing one of those, as well as some of the other series that I've kind of started, like the Dylan going backwards. Anybody remember that? I still plan on doing those. So I'd like to do that, as well as whatever else. So comment down below. Let me know if there's some content you guys want to see on this channel that I can maybe do for you. I'm probably going to be doing some live events as well. So definitely be tuned into what's going on, as well as commenting and subscribing and all that stuff. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. I love to show what I'm spinning on there, and so you can keep up with me that way. I have a blast interacting with you guys. I've made a lot of friends here on the VC, and so I hope to make some more. I hope you all have had a fantastic holiday, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again very soon. I'm going to go back in here and listen to some records.